I think we're good, Randy.
I was gonna suggest message he's on his way. Every red light.
Okay.
Where? Silver, Minnesota. Oh.
So you ready to go?
Nine power.
It's, they say,
Yep.
a timeline.
They said they just hit every red light possible.
Okay, this meeting will probably be under the time.
You ready then, Austin?
I suppose.
Or you want to wait for some of the words I can't hear, so.
Just go.
You ready to go?
This.
Go like this. Yeah, I did.
So
You're
you
good,
ready? All right, we'll call to order the February 12th transit meeting at 8:01. Roll call. If you want to just note, anybody gone, Austin?
Yep.
Otherwise, we have a quorum. Approval of minutes for the January 8th meeting. Is there a motion?
Make a motion through the minutes.
I'd like to make a correction to them, because I was at the meeting, I don't see my name there, but I know it's there.
Okay.
Yep.
Gary was there.
I'll second it.
Any
then.
other? Okay, so with the correction, any others? Otherwise, all in favor with the correction?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Any public comment, Austin?
Nope.
Nothing from me. So on to Austin staff reports.
All right, Transit Commission meeting. February. I spoke a lot, a few weeks ago when I did my annual report. I was supposed to be up there for 15 minutes. I didn't realize I'm like 40. So,
We did.
yeah, I know. So, but normally there's two other departments for the county presenting, so we'll just take it as I filled in the gap. So I'm not gonna touch on a lot of that I already did. Most of you were there for, and for the few others that aren't on the county board. I've been in close communication with Darren, and then I put Phil Gretchen in as well. Getting into it, ridership, financials on the route, advertising, and any questions. Just getting into the doorstop and Red Cedar ridership, took a big uptick in January, finally with us having back to a pretty much full staff, up 35% versus December. And then on daily ridership, up 23% versus December. Getting into that top third tier in comparison to pre-COVID numbers. Community route ridership decreased from 1555 to 1394 in January, down 12%. We had one more service day, down to 60 riders a day. Down 50% for 15% for daily ridership, but Stout was in session about 3 days later this year versus previous years, with only having 5 days in January versus a lot of times 7 or 8, with just how the weeks worked out. We went a little later in the fall and coming back a little bit later in the spring. But looking how community ridership stacked up versus any other January, another best year for the month of January. And then the Stout route ridership decreased from 9,024 in December. Sorry, that math is wrong. Down to 3,775 in January. But we look at the service days. In December, we had 15 service days. Oh, that is right, sorry. In January, we had 5 service days, but we look at the amount of riders per day for the days we were out there is up 26% at 755 a day. And it'd be right on par with other Januaries if we were running 7 to 8 days.
Can you tell if there is like more ridership when it's colder out, like it is now?
Oh, yeah,
Last couple of weeks,
absolutely.
stuff was out.
Yeah, those buses are filling. Our first bus, the Stout bus is filling up every 7:45, 8:50, 9:53. And then that second supplemental bus, that community bus helping on the Stout routes filling up as well. It's been very beneficial having those larger transit buses out there. I pulled the bus on Friday, yesterday and today, because we lost the front, foot heat and defrost seat. So with it being -12 yesterday morning, it's probably better to put the other bus that's warmer for the driver out there till we, got that back up and going. But ridership on the South PM road's been around 150 a day, or an evening. We've been every day but one last week, we hit over 1,000 riders, and up until that point, I don't know if we hit 1,000 rider day last fall at all.
Per day.
Per day, 1,000 riders per day. So. And I don't remember what our numbers were Friday, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, last week for sure, all those days. With a daily average almost of over 1,000 each day. So awesome to see that. And then we're continuing that on this week too. So, yeah, that's been great to see. Starting it strong because it was so warm last fall. And we even had a pretty mild winter last spring that we were down about 10,000 riders, 8,000 riders versus 2023. 2024 financials, we were paid up to everything, minus our Q4 of WisDOT. They approved that last week. That's about 67,000, and then looking for a couple more thousand in open AR from our agency rides, bringing in the net total for the year, $400 to be good, right around there. It'll be for the year. So, finished off it about perfect for, big projects that we're able to just get done. Seal coating the blacktop driveway for the first time since that building was built. Brand new GPSs. A lot of the money that it took to get one of the 2 transit buses on the road after it was on the road, that came out of our operating cost. The other one that we didn't put into service yet, it's still qualified for charging that to the capital side, but once it's in service, you have to take that money from our operation side. And so a lot of things we didn't need to do till into the future, but taking care of it this year and still balancing the budget was a good thing. Community bus route. Nothing has changed with this, but I just listed a couple, or 1, 2, 3, and 5 more bus stop signs that we've had on the bus route forever, but just for better transparency and advertising, even though a lot of riders already know they can get on and off the bus anywhere on the route. Each one of these locations has a physical bus stop sign that's been there for a decade. So with a brochure holder on it. So we put it on the brochures, online table that shows it, and then it'll be on our map as well. These locations just include up over there by Galloway Apartments, where many students. Oh, sorry, go to that one. Thanks, Dustin. Galloway Apartments right there, Bongi right there. Sorry, 5th and 21st. Bongi. 5th Street over here. And then one of the feedback from the student surveys or from the student feedback response was getting a sign up at Old Container. You know, that whole strip mall is here. People get off, they go to Caribou, Dollar Tree, all those stores, they get off right there. And then Tainter and Elm already has a physical sign there. So didn't cost anything to do this and just creates a little bit more awareness. So that's what we did for that. Advertising. This has been a big talking point in our meetings here the past few months. ADRC reached out a couple months ago. They wanted to use up a marketing grant that was due the end of February and get their logos up. And with what we wanted to do with getting more advertising space on our bus, we wanted to push our logos up at the top instead of this whole strip here that was filled. And our lettering that were on our buses, it said Dunn County Transit, about 1 inch tall. When it was on that old bottom logo. So that's up top, phone number, name, logo, and then track the bus. ADRC, we gave them the top back of every bus. They all match, all 6 out of the 7. The only one that I didn't do is the one that they're gonna auction off here in a couple months. But every bus looks pretty much identical. I've done a few taglines, a few back pictures. ADRC's got their QR code on the back. This bus makes frequent stops. We got added to that. And the ADRC was able to take care of it with their advertising agreement. That's the best part of all of this.
The picture you got there, all the buses look nice and clean.
Yeah.
So how often do you clean them then?
Every Tuesday, Thursday, and any other day they need to be cleaned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like Monday, for example, they were filthy. And then we cleaned them yesterday again. So, yep. That's a thing we keep it pretty tight on is we don't want it. These buses get trashed during the day when there's 1,000 people riding them and slushy out. We're not gonna send it on the road the next day without it being mopped and at least rinsed off. So that company that I talked a little bit about in our county board meeting, that said, hey, we'll market, we'll get the contracts, we'll come to your shop, we'll apply these. They take care of Eau Claire Transit, and a bunch of others. They're pretty strung out on their maximum agencies that they can take on right now. So I have a call with them after this meeting, but as of our previous call, they said they couldn't take anything more on. So I was trying to take on a little bit more of this ourselves. So which then we get 100% of the pie, not 30 or 35%. But the call with him after this would be saying, hey, if you could just get us the clients, we could go through our normal supplier for our graphics and you just take a lower cut, or we take care of the advertising ourselves. And I already have our website designer, Krista, putting a page together to start building this out ourselves. And this is just kind of how the mock-up was from a quick Google search of what advertising kind of costs. This is the lower spectrum. Some of these can go all the way up to, $600-700 for that same thing. Just depends on the market that you're at. So I just took the lowest. Took a duration of a 12-month contract and a print cost, added that to the first year of the total cost, and then what we'd bring in from that. And then if we got to 100% utilization on this, what it would bring in if we took all of it ourselves. But very estimated numbers, but just trying to get the ball rolling a little bit with that. But this is what a queen or a 6 foot wide by 3 foot tall would look like. The left side of the bus has got a lot longer of a strip, so that could be 12 foot by 3 foot. The tail is 4 foot by 2 foot. And then obviously a full wrap there. And then opportunities to, do a couple panels on a bus shelter. So some cool things coming on the side of things. And then with that, on the inside of the transit buses are these 11-inch tall by 25 foot long panels that wanted to put this together on there where a scout organization, the apparel design group or the water ski team wants to promote getting more people to their upcoming event. They could pay $20 a month and get a little 11-inch tall by 17-inch wide panel that goes in the bus on the scout route. So very affordable options for even small local organizations. So that'll be coming on that side. That's what I got for the presentation today on the staff report.
Thanks, Austin. I liked all the options on the advertising. That looks kind of nice. So other questions for Austin? Go ahead and speak because I can't really. Nothing? All right, thanks. Moving on to 7, considerations or actions for the committee approving the Dunn County Transit FY 2024 carry forward and the FY 2025 budget adjustments. Need a motion and then discussion?
I move to approve the FY 2024 carry forward and 2025 budget adjustments resolution as presented.
Second that motion.
Okay. You want to explain anything, Austin, or?
Yeah, this is just the electric bus budget that is moving to 2025 with a net zero change. We've moved this one over a few times and just moving to 2025 and as of now, the timeline is the end of 2025, but I'm thinking 2026, so of Q1. So it might need to be moved one more time after this.
Any other questions? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Number 8, there's none. Next meeting will be March 12th, same place, same time. Anything else? Otherwise, we are adjourned.
So
Thanks.
just for you, expenses, you said like we're like $400, we would. How much can you carry over to the following year?